And on that note, we're gonna get Genesis B on the line. And if you are not familiar with her music, you are not familiar with her activism. I mean, she has been, everywhere. You know, from appearing with Van Jones to News One, ABC News, you name it. She's done it. So salute to her, man. And I'm proud of you. And on that note, we're gonna bring Genesis B in.
Hey.
What's good, fam? How's life?
What's up, Regin? All is good. I have to tell you, so I'm driving home right now, and my phone is on like 2%. So if we get disconnected, I'm pulling up to a charger in like 2 minutes.
All right, I got you. Oh, and on that note, let me get our Jerome, our show manager, on the line too. He just called up too. And before I do that, man, just a full out, just 100 gun salute to you for everything and all the work that you put in.
Thank you,
know,
sir.
and
it is
if
a lot
you
of
are
work,
not familiar, yeah, it definitely is. If you are not familiar, please Google her. It is not difficult. You will see. And on that note, hold on, let me get Jerome in on the line. What's good, bro?
Yo, peace, family.
Oh, no. What's going on, Jerome? This is Genesis B.
What's good? Peace, Queen. How are you?
I'm good, King. I'm good. You know, long day's work.
Already.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming, man. We're honored. It's always a pleasure. Anyone who come, take the time to come and kick it with us, man. You know, it's always a pleasure. You know, the honor is on us. You know, it's a pleasure.
I'm down here in Mississippi right now.
Was
back home, huh?
Yeah, I'm back home in Mississippi now, running around. Just got back from doing some work with the alternative school. You know, teaching these kids about stage presence and rap and following their passions. And me being from here, they're able to see like you can escape, you know, and you can do what you want to do if you found your passion early, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and I was kind of just looking you up a little bit, and you got a long line of people in your family that were activists.
Yeah, absolutely. My father is very, very active. My earliest memories are going to protests as an opposing voice to the KKK with him. And I was like 5 years old, and all growing up, he was just very involved with activism and protesting and creative ways to protest too, not just picket signs and yelling, you know.
I'm on you. I'm with you on that one too, especially with like the economic boycott, so to speak. And I won't even call it a boycott. I would say unity. I'm definitely on that.
Right? There's so many ways to shut a system down if we wanted to. It's gotta be creative.
My God. And it's like we've been using the same playbook for decades now. We got to get some new plays.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. So, do you still do the radio show?
No, I don't. It's been like a year since we've left WNYU. I'm sorry, I just walked in the house. I'm about to plug this up to a charger before I lose y'all.
All right. You do what you got to do, and we definitely appreciate that. Man, let me see. And I'm just going back over the catalog. Oh, you good?
Yeah. I'm connected now.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's go over the catalog. First CD that you dropped. What was that?
The very first CD was a mixtape called 16 in America, and it was followed up by my very first album, 17 in America. And, of course, I was 16, 17 when I released it. And then kind of chronologically, I did an album called 18 in America, and that's the one that got me into NYU. That's what I submitted to be in the Clive Davis Institute. It was like talking about my experience with Hurricane Katrina, because my family rode out the storm and helped rebuild maybe a year and a half after the storm. So I was kind of late even getting to college because that kind of stunted a lot of things for me. So 18 in America, sent that in to NYU when I was about 20, and by that time I did a 19 in America. You see there's kind of a theme here. And Then the next album, which was my fourth album, was Mississippi to Manhattan. Then the fifth album was Je ne sais quoi, which was a little more sexier, really starting to talk about like relationships and things of that nature. Then I did Polytrap. Polytrap is very political and social, political trap music, basically. That's what that is. And now I'm about to release. Then I dropped another album called Gulf Coast Queen, and that was kind of like my return back to Mississippi. And you know, you got to keep the streets in your community lit too. You know, New York is dope, but that's not where I'm from. You know, like I'm the Gulf Coast Queen, where I'm from. Yeah, so that's kind of it. And now I'm about to drop my latest album called People Not Things this year.
Oh, that's dope.
Work.
And you don't know, Rome, like she was one of the first like people that actually rocked the My Skin Is My Sin. So shout out to you for that too.
Oh
Big
yeah, no doubt. You know, I support. Yeah, I love that tagline and that concept.
You sound like the
I'm all excited and shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely
What'd you say,
with
Ron?
it. You know, I like.
Nah, I said she sound like the hardest working queen in the business, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like you talking about chapter after chapter. That's a lot of work, man. Like, I wish I could be that dedicated. You know what I mean? Put that type of work in.
Thank you. But I'm also just very blessed. You know, it's my situation that allows me, you know, to create art. You know, it's everyone has different struggles and challenges in their life, and I have to say I've been very blessed to have people who support me and you know, had noticed my talent at a very young age and decided to help me hone my craft. You know, that's something that a lot of these kids don't have, and it makes a world of difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. So who was the first person that said, you know what, I'm gonna help you out?
My father. It was my father because he saw me perform. Like he knew I liked to rap around the house, but when I performed at a talent show, that's when he was like, okay, she actually has something that can really go far. And he took me to the studio. He was the first time I went when I was really young. So he was kind of the first one to actually invest like money and time into me building my craft. And then after him, I could go on and on and on from just different people, from 94.5 JZD, the urban station down here in Mississippi, taking me under their wing and putting me on opening acts to all these celebrities who come in that was hot during the time, like Trillville, Yin Yang Twins, 8-Ball, MJG. Like I was opening up for all these cats when I was like 14.
You opened up for 8-Ball, MJG?
Mhm.
Oh man, that's dope right there. They legends right there. That's classic.
Yeah. So there's just so many people. I can't even name them all. It'd be a long ramble. We'd be here for days. All the people who really just took an interest to help me, and also because when I was a lot younger, my message was so positive for my age. I think people really wanted to encourage me to kind of stick in that mode.
Mhm. Have you ever wanted to do something like just angry, as far as, and I don't mean like angry. I mean, I'm trying to think of basically like more pissed off.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I have a lot of songs out there that are extremely pissed off. Like Polytrap, my second to latest. Any of your listeners can just go online, and if you type in Polytrap, Genesis B, like BE. They can go listen to that for free on Bandcamp, along with a lot of my newer stuff. It's very angry and radical. Like political trap is like what you think with trap music, but in a political sense. So it's not super chill. And my earlier work when I was like 16, 17, it was extremely, I would say, passionate and angry. You know, because when you're young, you kind of have no filter, and that was me.
Right.
You know.
I could see that in you. You got a lot of fight in you, and that's extremely obvious. Oh, no doubt. Thank you, because you're channeling it in the right direction.
So,
no doubt.
I got a question for the Queen.
What's up?
How do you feel about the state of female rap as it is today. Like, it's no, we're not coming upon no Lauryn Hills or you know what I mean, or now us, we're in tune, you know what I mean, with our community, you know, and we're keeping our ears open for people on the underground level, you know what I mean, that's actually speaking, you know, and rapping about something of substance. But when you got this Nicki versus Remy and Foxy, and then, you know, Queen Latifah decides she want to be Cleo from Set It Off for a day. You know what I mean?
Hey man, stop it, man. Queen Latifah been dope from day one, man.
Man,
that ain't nothing new. She been talking her shit for
bro.
a long time too, man. Don't hate on the Queen, man. I'm not gonna let you do it.
Queen Latifah is dope. Queen Latifah is dope, bro. But Cleo was 15 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. But I mean, I really just want to know, like, how do you feel as a female artist and with your peers in the business? Like, they're just really not on par. Like, you have people like Azalea Banks, you know what I mean? I guess, like, and she's okay, you know what I mean? But she's not speaking, you know what I mean, the stuff that's going to catch our ears. You know, but, you know what I mean, she speaks her mind, and she's not always politically correct, you know, but she's always causing a ruckus on Twitter. How do you feel about that as a whole?
I mean, that's a very loaded question. I feel like, damn.
Right.
Damn. I'm not mad at the way things are right now, because with everything switching over to the internet and you're able to be independent, like, there's so many dope female rappers out there. It's just really a matter of people finding them. Like, you got your Nitty Scotts, you got your FM Supremes and Chelsea Rejects. You have your Nemes, Shy Yorks. Like, you have all these sisters who are just slaying, you know, and, like, definitely up to par lyrically with if not better than a lot of the mainstream rappers that are out right now. So, but it's there, and they've been able to find their audiences, like Snow the Product, you know, find their niche audiences. You know, it's like, we don't really need the label in the mainstream anymore. Like, you just need your own lane, you know. And that's why, I mean, I'm very supportive of any women MC that's out there. Like, you'll just never hear me say anything negative about any of them, because I know how difficult it is to even get any little bit of shine and still remain a true artist as a woman in hip-hop. Forget about it. Damn near impossible. So I commend, you know, pretty much any woman who's out there doing a thing. Like, even if she's showing her ass and talking crazy, like, I mean, that's her prerogative. That's not what I would do, but she's not me. And so that lane's filled. You know, as long as they ain't coming in my lane, like, we're good. And my lane is definitely one that cannot be filled, because I've made my own lane since I was a kid. You know, I don't even see female rappers as competition. Like, that's sis right off the bat, you know.
That's word. That's respect.
Yeah.
That's respectful. That's respect.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
I respect that 100%. Remy won the battle, but she gonna lose the war. just my 2 cents. You know, since we were talking about it.
I don't need, like,
Remy a genius, like, though, man.
It's hip hop.
She's not. No, she didn't. I don't think. I think she clearly underestimated Nicki's petty.
It's hip hop, though.
And when you extra rich, like, and very petty, like, you can make somebody that does not have that type of money very miserable. And I think that's what she's trying to do.
You think that's what she's trying to do?
Can you imagine if Nas took Jay-Z to court when Hov dropped Takeover?
Yeah, but they was on the same level, though.
Yeah, man. But Remy's better than Nicki. Like, that's a fact. I'm
not talking about, like, MC level. I'm talking about, like, Nas was not, like, broke. I'm not saying that Remy is broke, but comparatively speaking, financially speaking, she's broke to Nicki Minaj.
That's corny, though.
Which is why Nicki doesn't have to respond ever, because she's making pop money. Like, there's no financial reason for her to respond, you know, even if it was just for her credit or in the hip-hop community. What she care about the hip-hop community? They're not the ones buying her records. It's like rich teeny suburban white kids, teeny boppers, listen to Ariana Grande.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so I mean, she can't really
from a hip hop aspect.
You know,
yeah, I'm disappointed, but from a business standpoint, it makes sense for that. That'll be like Muhammad Ali in his prime fighting a midget.
He would have did it.
Do it, huh?
He would have did it, bro. Like Ali was for the people.
He was not a
He was for the people. He would have did.
Yeah, he would have fought. Ali would have fought a midget, bro.
Man, I'm not gonna disrespect that man like that. He would not have fought no damn midget, man. You know, but you get my point. You get what I'm saying, though. You know, from a business standpoint, I agree with her. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it makes no sense to really respond. But the traditionalist in me, the hip hop purist, she obligated from that aspect. And if she don't care, which it's clear that she don't, then she not losing any respect that she didn't have anyway.
Right. I mean, there's really no way she can respond. Like when there's that level of superstardom that Nicki is at, and Remy, like, yeah, to us, Remy's everything. Like I grew up listening to her, like she's everything, but she's not anywhere near close to as popular as Nicki. So guess what? Right there, you have a lack of information on Remy. Like, what could Nicki possibly say to Remy that would make people relate? If a lot of Nicki's fans don't even know who Remy is until now. What are you going to say? Okay, she married to Papoose. Okay, we know that. She shot somebody, went to jail. Okay, we knew that. But with Nicki, she's so big and constantly in the limelight and on TMZ and all this shit. All you got to do is read TMZ and you got a loaded diss song towards her.
Right.
So, like, it's for Nicki to even respond, it would be very, very stupid on her part because there's nothing she could say that the majority of Nicki fans could even relate to, because then they got to even try to look up what she's talking about with Remy Ma.
Or her in video shoots where her butt, she's looking like flat tires, like she ran over road planks. Like, that's it. Let's talk about that for a quick second. Like, that's horrible.
Come on, man. Let's get back to Genesis, man. I want to ask her about
my apologies.
I'm not gonna give Nicki Minaj any more airtime. That's it. Bam. Hey, so what was it like with Roland Martin? Like you get conflicting reports on how the brother is like behind the scenes. So was he a cool dude?
Who?
Roland Martin. Didn't he interview?
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
I just want to make sure.
Roland Martin. Yeah, he was chill. I mean, it wasn't like I spent a lot of time with him. Like, I came on set maybe 30 seconds before we went live, and then he kind of walked in 10 seconds. So we didn't really have a personal interaction. So I don't really know, but he was chill. Like, he didn't say anything crazy to me. He wasn't rude or disrespectful in any way.
That's dope. What's been the best moment so far?
The best moment for what you mean? Just in general?
Just in general, just for you, for life.
Man, the best moment. There's just so many. I can't pick a favorite, but some of the most intense and emotional moments are when I come back to my community and I'm able to talk to these kids. It really puts things into perspective for me, and it really validates everything that I do. Like, making music is fun, and like putting it out and getting good responses, or being on a radio show and people giving you props. That's like a fleeting form of satisfaction for me. But when I can reach at least like one kid and I can see how inspired they are, like that is something that carries me though. So it's those moments when I can come back here and, do a live performance and invite one of the up-and-coming rappers to come rap with me and get their shine and get their community and, hype about them. Like that's crazy because that's what someone did for me, So to be able to pass that down, it feels like things come full circle. And I think when anything in your life comes full circle, you have a moment of clarity where you're really looking at the universe like, wow, okay, this is what all this has been for. And that's the type of calm and peace that I feel when I'm able to do that with these kids down here.
That's a beautiful thing right there. So, I want to go back to Hurricane Katrina too, right quick. So y'all rode out the storm, like literally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was that like?
I didn't leave. Well, we have a fifth season here on the coast, in the Gulf Coast. It's called hurricane season. It's a very specific time of year where we just get hurricanes. It just happens at least one, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But so we're used to riding out storms. We never left. But with Katrina, we were like, my dad came down to get us because he was in North Mississippi doing something. He came down to get my brothers and I, and we were like, well, we don't want to go. So we all just rode out the storm, not knowing how catastrophic it would be. Like, people think that Hurricane Katrina destroyed just New Orleans. Hurricane Katrina destroyed 4 states, not just one city, but that's what the media put out is just what happened in New Orleans. But the scope of damage and the loss of life spans 4 states, maybe 5. In Mississippi, South Mississippi, we were completely obliterated. I'm talking about our roads, our bridges, everything knocked out, trees down, houses, I was very fortunate that my house only sustained minimal damage. Like, there was a room that was torn out and roofs and maybe some broken windows, things like that. But, I have friends who lost everything. I have friends who lost their lives in that.
Wow.
And so,
wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty traumatic. Like, to go through that, I was like, 17, something like that, and like to wake up one day and you're able to go to the corner store, go to the playground and all that, then you wake up the next day and everything's gone. Like, I can't go back to the playgrounds I used to hang out at. I can't go back to the apartment complex I used to live at when I was little. Those things just don't exist. I have no childhood memories in terms of places. So it was pretty crazy, just being completely cut off from your friends because a lot of people just moved, and I had just graduated high school. So a lot of my friends, I still just haven't seen them. We just lost contact because everyone's so busy trying to get their lives back together. So it was, I could write a whole book about that experience. It was just way too intense, I think, for my young mind to comprehend,
Do you regret staying there?
No, I don't regret it at all because it was a definitive moment of my life, and I would not be the same person. I would not have been able to accomplish so much and have such a resilient spirit if I did not go through that. I know that for a fact.
Wow. That's an amazing way to look at it too.
Facts.
What was you about to say, Ron? Go ahead.
Nah, that's amazing, man. Like, I lived in Florida for a period of time, and like the first 2 weeks when I first moved to Florida, I experienced my first hurricane, and it was like a Category 2 or something like that. I was done. I was like, F Florida, F. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gonna have these hurricanes, like all that. Like, I'm ready to go back up north. And
right.
to withstand that, man, is resilient. Like, that's a testament of your you and your family's strength, man. Like, I'm in awe. Like, to ride that out, man, y'all some soldiers, man. That's
Thank you.
I am much more a coward than you are because I would have been out. I am not going to front.
Yeah, we probably would have left if we knew just how bad it would have been, But because we just grew up with it, it was just like we just never left. We never ran from those storms. So, and we were young, my brothers and I, when we made that decision. Like, no, like, we're just going to stay. We had no idea it was going to be so damaging. We just thought it was going to be another hurricane, So yeah, but I don't regret not leaving. It's just. One of those things in life, I still have issues. I still have issues like emotionally and, problems psychologically because of that, that I'm trying to figure out even as an adult,
I'm sure that's traumatic.
From the outside looking in, it looks like you've used all of that as fuel for sure.
Facts.
Mhm. It definitely in terms of my creativity, like after that happened, I became like more of a pure artist. Before I was just like, oh, I want to rap. This is fun. I'm gonna get this fame. Let me get this money. Like, you know, be the coolest kid and all that. You know, like those were my intentions before. And then afterward, all of my intentions changed. And I believe, in my opinion, that's what makes a true artist. You know, like to experience destruction and death at such a young age, it makes you appreciate life so much more, like intensely, like every day, like walking out and seeing a flower and a bee and being like, damn, that's beautiful, and being able to internalize that beauty and have it come out in your art. Like, that's how it changed me as an artist, and I think that's why I've been able to be so prolific with my work in terms of the amount of work that I constantly produce, is because of that thing, because I don't know if I'm going to die tomorrow, you know? So it's like I have to put it out so that my mark is here. Like, that has become my intention now, is just to leave my words and my message for the next generation before I'm taken out.
You know who she remind me of, Rome? Memnon.
What's that?
I don't know if you, just her aura reminds me of Memnon. And I don't know if you're familiar with the brother Genesis. Just a really, really, really smart cat into the martial arts. Just a really disciplined individual. And you kind of give off that same energy.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment for sure.
It definitely is.
No.
You know,
Is.
You know, it's a positive energy, and it inspires you without trying to inspire you, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'll take that.
Oh, no doubt. And you know what? If you don't mind, I kind of wanted to play one of your songs too, if that's cool.
Yeah, sure. Y'all can do whatever you want. What song is it?
A Brownsville Tale.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
like this joint. Very dope, actually. So let's jump into that right quick. It's a Brownsville Tale by Genesis B.
Back a shawty that I met while living out in Brownsville, yeah. American Trini told me about her past, about the men who didn't last, how she getting the cash and living fast. Asked her if she loved herself or did she love the wealth. She looked me up and down and she laughed. She called me self-righteous, say she wanna get to know me. We built our friendship up slowly, became homies. Told me that her life was tragic, with dealt a disadvantage. Shook her family line, you find a long list of addicts. Told me about her ex and how they hate each other. He's somewhere locked in prison with a couple baby mothers. She said she used to have dreams of being a vet. Had compassion in the words of something I ain't expect. She said they only look at the surface. She lives with no purpose. Every day she wished that God would close the curtain. So I'm pain and regret, and a dark cloud shaded ground wherever she stepped. She was very well versed about these social situations. We would talk for hours about the plight of our nation, racism and the hatred, concept of salvation, Medicare and welfare, the lack of education. Shorty was a writer, a sexual assault survivor, never knew her father, had a series of providers. Helped her mama raise a brother, made the load lighter. They would love her, they would leave her, the loser she let inside her. A queen without a throne, a fallen angel all alone. When I was touring out of town and she would hit me on the phone, told me she my number one fan and I'm a blow. And the impact I had on her life I'll never know. So I said, forget love, it's the law that we live by. Day by day I wonder why my shorty had to die. I get love, it's the law that we live by. Day by day I wonder why my shorty had to die. I get love, it's the law that we live by. Day by day I wonder why my shorty had to die. I reminisce upon my ghetto princess. Every day I give it up for my shorty. I remember when she told me
Definitely feeling that.
Fire.
Yes.
That's fire.
Definitely feeling that. Yeah, that was dope. And I like the salute to the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I've never done that before. I've never that was more like a mixtape track. I've never really jacked a hook for anything. But when in the song, I was like, this fits so perfectly. And if you see the video, I open up with a screen that says "an homage track to Lost Boys Renee." Just for the younger generation who might not have known where that comes from.
Wow, you got such an appreciation for the history too.
Facts. That's it.
That's unusual.
The hook is what captures you. You know what I mean? And then when you listen to your story, it's crazy. Like it's dope. It's dope, and that's fire.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like in our
definitely puts you in the space.
Yeah, because a lot of people deal with mental illness and depression and suicide in our community, but you don't really talk about these things in a way that's empathetic. Told from the story of a friend who witnessed the whole thing go down. And it's mainly when we do speak about mental illness and depression, it's in the form of how much drugs we take to numb ourselves. And that's kind of the trend right now, just drugged out, leaned out, without really speaking. I don't know. I like to get deep to the layers of shit. I do have some songs that are more superficial and, party and all that, because we all have that in us, but it's just boring to me to just write stuff that's everyone else is writing. It's boring. I don't really get a kick out of it, You want
to kick the real shit.
I want to be challenged as a writer, so I'll put myself in a situation or in someone's shoes and tell a story, that I haven't necessarily went through, but I'm able to just channel my emotions to that person and have that empathy to be able to speak from a specific point of view. And that's my challenge with my art. That's what I try to do with tracks like these is really push myself.
That's dope. That's dope hearing that come from an artist, because as a fan of music, that's what attracts me to artists is I like to hear artists' struggles. You know what I mean? I like me personally, I love pain music. So I love the struggle.
It's the best author.
I love to hear about. Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? I love to hear about the struggle, you know what I mean, and how you got to this point. You know what I mean? That's what matters to me, you know what I mean? I like the in between stuff, like the intricate details and just for people telling their story, because everybody's got a story. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's different. And everybody's story is different. And I love to hear that from people, you know what I mean, especially from artists, you know what I mean, who really put themselves out there. And they may not be telling a story that from a direct experience, but rather they may be speaking from they cousin's point of view, you know what I mean, in a particular song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what I love. That's what I love as a fan of music, man. It's that moment that captures that.
That's what's up. Me too.
So what's next for you? What would you like? What's the next big goal?
The next big goal is to get funding for my organization, Strive Till I Rise, and come back here to Mississippi with full funding and a team and start to change the infrastructure of these institutions that are keeping our youth disenfranchised and disillusioned and feeling hopeless, because that's pretty much the vibe, growing up here. So that's my next big goal, is to get funding to change my state for the better and change the children of Mississippi for the better. That's the big goal. On a lower level, more superficial level, I've been doing a lot of visual art and painting, and so I'm about to do a debut exhibit of my art, and it's called People Not Things. That's my new tagline for this year. People Not Things. Start looking at people as people with real issues and real history instead of labeling them, we gotta start respecting each other more. People want to label this person a Trump supporter, or they're ignorant, or they're trash, or this person is liberal and they're elitist, and everything in between. People just want to label people instead of being like, that's a human being. They was a kid once with a backpack going to school.
It's facts, though.
Trying to really get back. Yeah, try to get back to the human element of these things, because with politics and religion, it's so easy to be like, oh, that's the other. They're non-deserving. They're this, they're that, and that's where our nation is so divided right now. We really need to start having real conversations at a human level with each other, people who we disagree with, not just shouting shit out over the internet at them and expecting people. You're not going to change anybody's mind. You're going to change someone's heart, though, if you can sit down and speak with them with respect and listen and give feedback in a calm way. That's changing people's hearts. You're not going to change anybody's mind by calling them ignorant Trump supporters.
That's true.
Real talk.
I guess the slightly petty in me, I try to stay away from that, but there have been a couple of occasions where I had to say something. I'm guilty. Very minimally.
And you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't say anything. Sometimes people have to hear that perspective. I'm not saying be passive. But I'm just saying my particular way of approaching a situation. It doesn't mean it has to be the same for everybody, because we all know history showed us that it was both violence and nonviolence and a lot of things in between that helped motivate the civil rights movement and things for actual change to happen. So no one way is the right way. But what I like to do with my art and People Not Things is just try to bring that a little more into the forefront in terms of the fans who listen to me and the people who rock with me. Maybe they can apply this approach a little more of getting at people at a human level.
I feel that, and I respect that completely. And I'm a fan of anybody that. Well, okay, let me backtrack that. I'm a fan of people who believe in something good and are willing to put the work in to accomplish that goal.
Right.
And that's pretty dope, man. Like you even graduated college, you done been on TV, album after album after album. Do you want to act? You want to write a book?
Maybe not so much acting, but a book though, for
dope.
sure. Yeah, I think a book is going to be in the works pretty soon, but maybe in a couple of years. I still feel like there's some chapters in there that just haven't happened quite yet, and will probably be happening in the next 2 years.
Oh, and I've seen your paintings too, man. Phenomenal. And I'm not gonna lie, like you see one person that's good at something, and then they try to do something else, even though it's artistic. It's usually like, they should just stick to plan A. Yours is legitimately dope.
That makes me feel really good, because it is such a different form of art that I'm trying. So I really appreciate that. Like I said, I just want to challenge myself. Like I'm a pure artist. I like to express myself in a very different way. So I appreciate you saying that.
Oh, no doubt. I appreciate you doing it. So any interest in learning different languages or going overseas or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that might be the next step. Not so much the language thing, but definitely going overseas and doing some traveling and just seeing what else is out there in the world. I kind of just only spent my time between New York and the South, aside from like vacations. But I try to learn other languages. Like, it's just so difficult. I don't know, like I have a block from it or something. But I guess if I try hard enough. But it's not really on my radar right now,
I don't know. You just strike me as that, like 64 languages type of person at some point.
Yeah, I wish. I know English. And Creole.
Wait. Teach us some Creole then, right quick. What you got?
No. I take that back. I understand Creole. I don't speak it too, no.
Oh, okay.
Well,
oh,
I have cousins and family in Louisiana and New Orleans, so they would laugh at me if they heard me trying to speak Creole on the radio show.
It is definitely a whole other language. We went down there a couple of years ago, man, and it's like
you
difficult.
Already know.
Oh man, it definitely like a lot of excuse me, what you say? The food was pretty bad though. I am not gonna front. Like the food was. It's like crawfish. No, it was not. I guess I'm not.
You meant bad like in a bad way. I thought you meant like bad, like like this is bad because
no.
You have to come down here with me. No, you have to come down here with me and let me take you out. Let me take you out to the authentic places because, bro, you missing out. The jambalaya, the gumbo, like I'm not really into crawfish either, but like the seafood down here is crazy.
Yeah, I do seafood. I do seafood, man. So.
I do too, man. But everything except for the hotel we stayed in was like bad. Like even we went to the Chinese buffet, and it was like I don't know. It was like one particular taste on everything, and it was bad. Oh man.
No, you're right though about the Chinese down here. You're right. The food down here, the Chinese food is no bueno. No bueno.
That's called MSG.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking, bro. I'll keep that to myself. But it was bad. And then we went over somebody's house, and oh my God, man, this was like the shack from hell. Like they had the quote unquote, and I'm using air quotes. Y'all can't see me, but I'm using air quotes. Tables.
Okay, I'm gonna visualize it.
Right, they had the tables up under a makeshift awning that was held up by 2x4s. So my aunt, while we eating, is holding this 2x4 because the wind started blowing. And the little tarp thing was getting ready to fall down during the meal. So the whole meal, she had to hold this thing and walked. Oh man, the
that's
house
just
was
character,
like,
man.
It was. I mean, I could go on. It was.
Bro, that's motivation, dedication. That's a physical workout and love. Yeah. Like you got all that in one experience, bro. Like you should be thankful. Like I love you, nigga.
We can't have that be your experience. We can't have that be your experience that you tell people. You need to come back down here. I'll take you around to the best cuisine you've ever had in your life. Like this cannot be your lasting impression. I will not have it.
I'm telling you, it gets worse. I didn't get to the bugs in the kitchen. I didn't get to that part yet, but needless to say, we was out of there in about 20 minutes. Like, okay, yep, we got to drive back. They tried though, man. I can't hate. They tried. The hospitality was there, but it was just bad. Anyway, I done got caught in the moment. My bad.
Nigga went to Chilligan's Island.
Actually, I think I would have had more amenities. But anyway.
Hey, bro, I can only imagine, man. But,
you got an echo, man. You got an echo on your phone, bro.
You said that's me?
Did you put your hold on, I'm gonna mute you and I'm gonna bring you back in.
That was
Hello?
probably me. I had you on speaker.
Oh, okay. My bad, bro. That wasn't you. I'm
always trying to blame the black man, man.
Yeah.
My bad, man. It couldn't be her fault, though, man. I'm still gonna blame you, bro. Somehow. I can't blame Genesis.
That's all right. That's all right.
So y'all, I'm sorry I have to cut the interview short, but I actually have another engagement I have to run to. But yeah, I really
appreciate your
y'all.
time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I
we
know
appreciate
it's
you.
been a long time coming. So wanted to definitely make time for y'all.
You're welcome back anytime. Anytime.
Appreciate that. And all your listeners, y'all can check me out. Instagram and Twitter is just at Genesis B. Make sure you put BE, all one word, and everything will just fall into place from there.
Oh, that's dope. That's phenomenal. And you already know if you're coming out with something, I'll be on it.
Yeah, I appreciate your love, man. You show a lot of support online. I do appreciate it.
Oh, no doubt. That's, type of cat I am, I guess. And definitely appreciate your time and your wisdom, and your effort. And please, don't stop. The world needs people like you.
No doubt.
And thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Have a good evening.
No problem.
Peace. Y'all take care. All right, peace.
No doubt. Peace. That's pretty dope right there, man.
That's phenomenal.
No way in hell I'm riding out a hurricane, though, bro.
No way. Listen, man. Like, the first hurricane I experienced, like I said, it was a Category 2. Like, I literally had to sleep in a closet. Like, I was done already. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can have this 85-degree weather every day. Y'all can have this, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have all this shit, bro. Like, I'll go back up north, bro. Like, that shit was it literally sounded like a train was at my front door.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
Cool.
I'm sorry. Like, categories don't matter to me. When you say hurricane, like anything thereafter, I'm not listening outside of when we leaving.
Facts.
Facts. So, man, that's
but
what she did was poignant, though. Who would she be without that hurricane?
No doubt about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this experience is like that. Like she said, she was like, I was young. You know what I mean? Like, but still, like, I can't. In those circumstances, I can understand where she was coming from. You know what I mean? With her family and all that to an extent. When that shit got past my ankles, though, bro, like, I'd have been like, hey, I'm gonna catch y'all a little later. You know, like, y'all text me, make sure y'all okay. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Cause I was ready to leave, take my daughter and leave when I was in the hurricane, bro. I keep it all the way real with you. I thought about driving back to Baltimore, but I wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah, that would have been the dumbest shit you ever did.
Yeah, man. But
you flying around in here.
Yeah, you know them situations though, bro. You know what I mean? You get out of there, man, and then you see trees uprooted and the gas station upside down. You know what I mean? And or that type of shit. You know what I mean? It humbles you. It makes you realize, you know what I mean? Shit's just a lot bigger than you.
You ain't lying about that, man.
You know
That's just like, I mean, anything else that you could possibly, like, that's the type of shit that just nothing else matters.
Facts. Yeah, I slept in the closet with my daughter, bro. My first 2 weeks moving to Florida. I slept in the closet with my daughter. My daughter was like a year and a half old. I had to sleep in the closet because I couldn't be nowhere near a window because windows was breaking, you know what I'm saying, and trees were being uprooted and going through people's houses and cars was moving and all types of shit, man. That shit is scary, B. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit's definitely scary, but...
And I don't know what happened to Just Ness, man. She was supposed to be calling back, man. She played us, man. I'm gonna have to go to one of the shows and heckle her. No, I'm just talking shit. And you know what? Her story got so interesting, man. I forgot to let people know, man. Y'all tune in. My Skin Is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone, man. We only got one rule, and that's be respectful. And since we ain't really got shit to talk about right now, we ain't doing nothing, man. Hey, let's jump into a Biggie joint right quick, man. I just, I do want to make sure that we...
Thank you, man. Please. Thank you.
No doubt, man. And rest in peace to the king, man.
R.I.P.
You know I took the video version, man. I just love the video so much that I just took the whole video version.
Let me be out front.
First things first, I pop them, freak all the honey, dummy, playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Those the ones I like, cause they don't get Nathan but penetration. Unless it smells like sanitation, garbage I turn like doorknobs. Heart throb never, black and ugly as ever. However, I say Gucci down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rock. And my jam knocking the Mitsubishi. Girls pee-pee when they see me. Navajos creep me in they teepee. As I lay down laws like Island Coppet. Stop it, if you think you're gonna make a profit. Don't see my ones, don't see my guns. Get it? Now tell your friends Papa hit it. Then split it in two. As I flow with the Junior Mafia. I don't know what the hell's stopping ya. I'm clocking ya. Versace shade watching ya. Once you grin, I'm in, game begin. First I talk about how I dress is this and diamond necklaces, stretch Lexus is the sex is just immaculate. From the back I get deeper and deeper, help you reach the climax that your man can't make. Call him, tell him you be home real late and sing the break. I got that good love, girl, you didn't know. I got that good love, girl, you didn't know. Sick of that song on how it's so long. Thought he worked his until I handled my biz. There I is, major pain like Damon Wayans. Low down dirty even like his brother Keenan scheming. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Act Puff Dad D. You ringing bells with bags from Chanel. Baby Benz traded in your Hyundai XL. Fully equipped CD changer with the cell. She beat me at 12. Where you at? Flipping job, playing car notes. While I'm swimming in your women like the breaststroke. Right stroke, left stroke was the best stroke. Death stroke, tongue all down the throat. Nothing left to do but send her home to you. I'm through. Can you sing the song for me, boo? I got that good love, girl, you didn't know. I got that good love, girl, you didn't know. We can cruise the world with pearls, gator boots for girls. The envy of all women, crushed linen, Cartier wristwear with diamonds in them. The finest women I love with the passion. Your man's a wimp, I get that ass a good thrashing. High fashion, flying in the all states, sexing me while your man. Isn't this great? Your flight leaves at 8, her flight lands at 9. My game just rewind. Lyrically, I'm supposed to represent. I'm not only a client, I'm the player president. I got that good love, girl, you didn't know. I got that good love, girl, you didn't know.
Man, that's got to be my favorite Biggie joint right there, man.
I used to get.
Oh, you gotta let that play, man. Yo, please play that.
Because I don't have it, man. It was just like the end of the video.
Man. Yo, the what? Oh, my God. Yo, my favorite Biggie joints probably, I love One More Chance because it's like, it's an anthem. But, like, my favorite Biggie joint might be Long Kiss Goodnight. That may be it. Excuse me. Long Kiss Goodnight may be my favorite Biggie joint.
Like it has to be One More Chance, but I guess after that, actually, it's a couple like toss ups. Like I played You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You earlier. That would be one. 10 Crack Commandments would be another one. I'm trying to think. Dang.
I love the Doe's one of my favorite joints too. with him and Jay-Z. That's one of my favorite joints too, because it's just smooth, man. It was just like that song like emulated the theme of that album, was just like some laid back, type Willie shit. You know what I mean? Talking that money talk. Yeah, man, that's like one of my favorite joints, man. Like that's my favorite scene in Notorious, the movie when Biggie finally did it and he started getting money and they play I Love the Dope. That was like my favorite scene in that movie. Like, let me say this too, man. Like, I know today Biggie's birthday, man, but it's bigger than that. I want to say happy birthday to my grandmother. Today is my grandmother's 80th birthday, and she just transitioned, a couple weeks back, as you know. But I want to say this, man. Like, my grandmother never listened to this show, but definitely encouraged me and told me to keep doing it because she enjoyed what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? She definitely, she liked what we was doing. So I would talk to her about, everything that we had going on, man. I just want to give my grandma a big shout out today, man. I know you with me. I love you. I miss you. Happy 80th birthday, man. Rest in power. And, I love you. I just want to say that, before anything else. I was definitely encouraged by, conversations that we had in our last days, in regards to, not only everything I had going on in my life, but, she was encouraging me as well on the show as well, and that was a big inspiration for me, especially, with everything I had transpiring recently.
No doubt, bro. No doubt, man. And rest in peace. And salute to you, Queen.
Appreciate that.
Oh, no doubt, man. You already know. Man, so we got about 15 minutes left. And I'm sitting in here and,
You got everyday struggle?
Bruh, I didn't, I uploaded 2 songs.
All right, I got you. All right.
Because I was assuming that Ness was going to be on a little bit longer. And that's cool, too, though. Definitely shout out to her, man. And shout out to Genesis, man. Definitely doing their thing in their respective areas. And really just cool, down-to-earth people.
Facts.
And I'm a fan of that,
Yeah.
And so, wish them all the best in whatever they do in the future.
No doubt. I'm a fan of anybody who come and kick it with us, man. You know what I mean? Just real rap. Like I root for anybody who root for us, man. So anybody who take the time, to come and kick it with us, man, and let us get to know them a little better, in life and follow them, man, and share their experiences with us. I ain't got no choice but to be a fan of, like, that's just how I'm built. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's all family. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. You know what I mean? We get that feel. And it's a family environment.
Oh, and we got to chop it up a little bit about Trump too. When Ness was on the line, just random conversation. She said he only ran for president to get his Twitter followers up. When you get enough, he gonna quit.
Yo, the crazy part is, like, you could actually see that. Like, that's not far-fetched. You know what I mean?
That's sad that it is not far-fetched.
Not far-fetched.
And you know what? I can't
that's
even blame him. I cannot blame him. The fact that idiots actually let him tweet himself to the White House. You got to blame them idiots. And they about to catch hell because this new plan they got is basically like, instead of us paying the government per se, now we'll be beholden to the insurance companies. Oh, this shit's about to really go down.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like Trump is literally the experience. Like, his whole story is like the homeboy hookup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all it is. Like, it's literally like your man hits you like, yo, my man, like, yo, put this app at where I work at, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I can get you hired. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever title you gonna get, like you ain't had no experience or nothing. It's like, yo, I got a job, you make $30 an hour, you don't need no experience. Thinking like, yo, where? You know what I'm saying? He looking like, yo, where I sign up at? That's only what like Trump was doing. Like, so he just signed up and just, you know what I mean, he got the complexion for protection. You know what I'm saying? So you could be a white man in America with no experience and end up president of the fucking country. Like, that was a movie. What movie was that, yo? It was what's the old ass nigga married?
No clue.
Yeah, bro. Like, it was literally a movie where the nigga got off the street and became president. No, that's
man, would you take the job?
Me? Hell no.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd be president in a heartbeat, man. I want to see Roswell, you know that, and I want to see Fort. I bet they don't even let the president see Fort Knox. I watched the special. I don't know when it was, but they was like nobody's actually, you know, no president has actually seen it since like Eisenhower or some shit.
It's certain shit that gotta go down. It's certain shit that gotta go down for you to be president, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't willing to risk all that shit. Like they can have that. You know what I'm saying? And your manhood being one of that. I mean, they can have all of that, bro. Like I'll be the president of the neighborhood association first. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
oh no, man. See, I don't know what the requirements are. You know, like if it was some shit that I'd be like, no, I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna do it. You know.
Nah, bro.
But
like
it would be kind of like, man, Air Force One has got to be dope. It just does, man. You know, like I want to know what happened to Kennedy. I just do. Not that it changes anything in my life or does anything for the cause or for black people at all. It does not. I'm just nosy. I want to know who shot his face off.
Bro. Only Air Force Ones I want is the ones Rasheed Wallace wore. Like, I don't want nothing to do with none of that shit. I ain't gonna hold you,
I don't
bro.
know, man. Like, I've always been like into politics, you know, because I look at it from a practical standpoint. It's just a big ass chess game.
I just want to go to their parties. Like, I just want kind of like the perks. Like, I kind of want to like go to their luncheons, and you know what I'm saying, like go to maybe like meetings. Like, I want to hear what they say and shit. I want to go to their parties. Like, I don't really want to care about none of the other shit they do, man, because at the end of the day, like, the real shit, like, none of that shit matters for the betterment of black people. So I don't give a fuck. Like, just dead ass, like, none of that shit matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might bring up, you know what I mean, somebody you know, somebody in your family, you know what I mean, sell drugs somewhere, you go in there and make some money. Because they all, you know, most of them are drug addicts. That, I mean, that's for the most part. Like, they go play golf and sniff cocaine. You know what I'm saying? And like, dead ass, bro.
Come on
like,
with this shit, man.
Yo, I swear to God, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, these niggas go, after they done, you know, tearing each other down, you know, in D.C., they go somewhere in Maryland and sniff coke together. You know what I'm saying? And smoke cigars at the local country club and shit. Like, that's what happens. Like, that's why I don't care about that shit, because it's semantics, bro. Like, it's not, it's real, but it's not real. You know what I mean?
I mean, you still have to make calculated moves. Even
no doubt.
The jerk offs that's got privilege from day one. You know, they still have to kind of come up with some way to differentiate themselves from the other couple cats that got privilege from day one.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt about that. But you know what I mean? Like I said, like it's one thing to have a disagreement with your man, but you know he's gonna pass you the blunt. You know what I'm saying? Just real shit. You know, nigga gonna pass you the blunt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is. Like, man, I ain't messing with yo today. You know what I mean? But you know, 2 days later, you might be over. Like, yo, my bad, bro. Yeah, I mean to call you a liar in front of the house. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I brought.
That's the one thing that I would have a problem with, man, because I'm like, I hold on to things, you know, and you're not gonna, you know, I just can't see like how dude was talking about Ted Cruz's wife and how he accused old boy's father of being in on killing Kennedy. Like, I couldn't just overlook that shit.
Right.
You know, like certain shit you ain't supposed to say. No, I'm not gonna forget that, bro.
No, but
Ever.
you got a team.
We're not gonna be cool.
Yeah, Yeah, facts. When you got a team of people set up around you to tell you what to say, you know what I mean, and all that other shit that you may be oblivious to, you know what I mean. I guess at some point in some facet it's difficult. And this shit is all this. It's like I guess like politics is like the like white collar version of Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It is. It's like a white collar version of Grand Theft Auto. Like you just do what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? You can go beat up hookers. You know what I'm saying? And go sniff some lines. You know what I mean? Like off a trainee ass or some shit. Like, is this the shit that they be doing? Like,
this is shit these stuff from though, man.
Bro, man, listen, man. I know people who know people in D.C., man. I'm trying to tell you what I know, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, they actually got a and if you are tender ear, you might want to put the phone away from your ear if you're listening. But they actually, I seen an article where they got an ass-eating restaurant in Japan. Like they literally had chicks like with their ass just sticking out of a hole.
Oh my god!
Like I have seen it all, man. The end times are here, bro. If you believe in that.
Japan be on some other shit though, man. Like. Japan be on some other shit, so but that's fucking insane.
And I know, I try to give y'all a disclaimer. I know that was disgusting, and I do apologize if you feel disrespected for me bringing that up. However, it was gross.
Can you imagine? Nigga be like, it's 12 o'clock. I'm about to go to happy hour, double up on his ass. I'm gonna make this. They got $5. They got $5 shots. 3.
Oh my goodness!
That's crazy.
So bad. Yeah, man. Like people.
That's crazy.
The level of sickness on this planet, man, is just.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of like completely where I've lost faith. I've lost faith in society. Like I don't have any faith in this society. I ain't gonna say I lost faith in humanity. You know what I mean? Because humanity is us. You know what I mean? But faith in man, for me, is gone. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of never there, but I got faith in us, like in humans. I mean, people of color, yeah. You know what I mean? Because we already know what that is. But
I still talk though, man.
It is, man. It is, man. People,
I don't know if it's gonna change, man. I'm kind of losing my optimism, man.
Yeah,
really
no doubt. No doubt. Like it's hard, man, because like I had a conversation with my daughter last week, and we were discussing interracial relationships, and I pretty much, explained to my daughter my perspective on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I said I can't tell you who to love and who not to love, you know what I mean, when you're at that age, when you're allowed to date, you know what I mean, I can't tell you, you know what I mean, who you're gonna love and who you're not gonna love, but I said I can tell you this, that you being with your own perpetuates this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is the goal that you should be looking, you know what I mean, to accomplish, as a woman, you know what I mean, and these type things, and her generation, they don't see it that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just don't see it that way. It's just based off what they see. Like my daughter used to like this white boy, man, and that shit used to irk my soul, bro. She used to like this white boy, man, my nigga on Nickelodeon, man. It used to drive me crazy because he used to be, oh, can I get this coloring book? And I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm like, yeah, throw it in the cart, and I turn around, and it's 5 white boys off Nickelodeon. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, you better go get that damn shit. I don't know. Ain't no black coloring books. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't none of that shit.
That's not true, man.
So,
Keith and them got one.
what I'm saying is, in local and national, I'm not saying that.
I hate to cut you off, man, but we only got a couple minutes left. Before we do that, man, I want to shout out BlackJunction.com, man. New Era Detroit, and be on the lookout for the Conscious Olympics, man. We got a date tentatively scheduled for next month, the 18th. And guess who will be hosting? Doggy Diamonds.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Right. You know, we got the app coming for the Conscious Olympics. Be on the lookout for that. And sometime, hopefully by June, we'll be doing the first pay-per-view. And how we gonna do that one is literally like you I don't know if it's $5-10. I haven't figured it out yet. But you purchase the pay-per-view and you just answer the questions. Keith will be hosting that. Keith Horton from New Era Detroit. Shout out to them. And 25% of the profits will be going to New Era Detroit. So we definitely want to give back. And basically, we'll be giving away it'll just be one prize only. That's first prize. And whoever answered the most points, you answer them. And we'll figure it out once we really start toying with the pay-per-view thing, because I'm not sure if you can put comments on there or not. And if not, we'll figure it out. What we'll probably do is just have you inbox me a screenshot of your whatchamacallit, and that way we can just run the event and just invite those people that have purchased the pay-per-view that can participate. So anyway, be on the lookout for those things and show your support. Oh, and I posted a couple of new clothing items. I'll be posting some more. You know, I'm kind of doing things myself now, so I got a little bit more flexibility. Shout out to Renee Black for the logo.
Oh
yeah,
fire
man.
Too. That hoodie is fire, man. That hoodie is fire.
Yeah, that hoodie is fire, bro.
The hoodie is fire, man.
Sitting right behind me too. I'm gonna have to break that. I ain't sure when I'm gonna break that one out, but it's gonna be soon.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna need mine too. I think I'm an XL on them joints. If not, then I'm definitely a 2X. I don't know. I don't need no Under Armour. My skin is my sand hoodie, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no Under Armour joint, bro. I don't want to be out there looking like Robo Revolutionary and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Oh, she just sent some dope shit too, man. I have to get to work. Definitely.
I want to give a shout out to everybody who just fucks with us, man. Like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, I had some tragedy going on, man, but like this was like the one thing that I was kind of like missing. You know what I mean? Over the past weeks, man, that like just energized my spirit, man, and like I'm thankful for the audience and for everybody who just follows us and just puts just puts positivity into us, man. Like I need that, man, and I definitely appreciate it. I definitely want to say that.
No doubt, man. And salute to you. You already know, bro. And you know what, man? We only got like a couple minutes. I think I'm gonna wrap it up a little early. And I want to look at a couple of things and see how much man. This vinyl and this cutter is so dope, though, man. Just totally off topic. Oh, and shout out to DC Kemet for supporting the show religiously, man. Definitely appreciate the love. Every Thursday, bam, in the chat room. Definitely appreciate that, man. And don't forget to check out the website, My Skin Is My Sin. But for the newer stuff, I haven't put anything on the website, myskinismysin.com yet. So you can just basically just inbox me and shoot me a PayPal, and I get it to you. Because what I want to do is I want to experiment with a couple more things, see what works, what doesn't, and then put, not have to put like one thing on there a day or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we'll definitely be putting posting some stuff just to get a good feel, good opinions.
No doubt.
and keep it moving from there because we got some stuff on the way, definitely, man. Anyway, man, let's get out of here, bro. It's always a privilege and an honor, man. Keep your head up. You already know, man. If you need anything, hit me up. Salute to everybody that tuned in. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube. I'm off this weekend, so I'll probably throw a couple of things on there this weekend. I'm trying to think. Was there somebody else I was supposed to say what's up to? I don't know, man. Anyway, anything else you want to say, bro?
Nah, man. Pretty much, man. Like I already stated, man. Happy birthday to my grandmother, man, Emily Butler. Love you. Outside of that, man, just stay safe, man. Stay black. Use your head. You know what I mean? Use your head, man, and follow your heart. You know what I mean? Your heart should be for your people. That's it, man. We'll holler at y'all next week.
All right, peace.
Peace.